The last episode of Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian, we rejected romance and we returned to normality. So we're going to get started with the student council meeting, I would presume, since Kuze is now here as one of the new student council member, and he has also said that he is going to run as VP for Alya. I also noticed that he said Alisa when he made that announcement, you know, it gotta be a little professional and all that. According to the title of this episode, it seems like we are going to get a kiss of indirect variety, so we'll just have to see what this episode has in store for us. Full lengths are on Patreon and early access on the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Disastrously so. That's why they're so desperate in getting him in. End up discussing the budget. Oh, taking Alisa with her. Go crunch those numbers. God, I'm thinking about those sleeves of theirs. It's so fucking... He just knows. Dude, those fucking sleeves that they got is so long. What the hell? You know that other girl that we kind of see, she's like in a maid outfit in this opening? Oh. So I'm starting to think, like, is she the maid of, Yuki? Because, like, maybe the Suo family is, like... Because we know that, like, her mother is, like, strict, and then there's Yuki who has to act, like, as an elegant lady. So I'm wondering if she's her maid, and then, like, maybe her mom sends her in to, like, get her to keep an eye on her even more so. Who knows? Who knows? We'll have to... We'll see when she comes, right? When she appears in the anime. God, that jacket is really made to just have that sleeve, like, folded like that. What if you, like, unfold it? Let's do it in an empty classroom where no one else can see us, huh? Last night. That's all. Wanted to gauge your reaction. Mm-hmm. Oh, that is a true feeling. Do you like... Oh shit! Look at those eyes, bro. I love him as my brother, but hey, I love him. As family. I want... Ooh, trying to eke it. Ooh, trying to eke it out of her. Yeah, do you like him? Are you in love with him? Damn! Aggressive. I love how the music has turned into this too. Of just plucking of the strings. Don't lie, we can see you blushing through the back of your head. I don't know if I like him or not, but like, he's mine! Stay away! She gave at least some sort of answer. Feeling left out. Alright. If you're continuing on this path you're going, you're gonna know Yuki for the rest of your life, so might as well get along. A well-oiled machine at work, huh? She's clumsy as hell. All bronze, no brains. Alright, she's got the thing she's good at, that's right. Of a winter drink. Oh, she's a tea fanatic, huh? Do you know a lot about Russia? Not gonna say it though, but she's trying to get it out of you. Oh. That mother of mine. Well, that's also why Yuki has... She eats the jam and then drinks the tea. I was saying that's why Yuki knows a bunch more tea stuff. Well, that's why you're gonna have the tea. Give me. He's mine. Oh, trying to get Masha to... Oh? We'll never get married. Uh-oh! Right, like Masha is just hearing all of this. Jesus Christ, dude, that's like the entire jar. Where's the tea? She's just eating jam. Okay, so they're first years and those two are second years. Okay, I mean, it makes sense because like once they're third years, they have to go and study for college and all that, so they can't be in the student council anymore. Ooh, a little break. No, gotta talk shop. Some business out here. God, dude. Just a parfait and then a fucking cream soda? God damn, dude. A bit worn out. That's not some sugar. That's a whole lot of them. Oh. Mm. Straight out ask him if he was single. She's not the prim and proper lady she appears to be. Mm-hmm. 0 chance. Damn. That's how big a front runner Yuki is. Who, you are the underdog. But it's only Yuki right now? At the start of middle school. Can't believe there was a blonde girl with a girl. Must have been an Ojo-sama. Got any mudslinging around here? It's clearly abnormal. Ah. Damn, she's just too good. He's over here talking shop and she's just over here like, oh, come on now. Alright, I could not pay attention to anything. Just like her. She... Damn! Get off my case. Maybe you should feed him some parfait. You see that fucking straw in the back, dude. Ooh, that's like an indirect kiss right there. No, 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 no. God, that water is just like in the forefront, even though it was in the back before. Oh, variety, huh? Everybody's just watching? Wow, she is kind of making a bit of a scene. Oh, the girl from middle school? I only said that because she had glasses. Literally the only... Return of the abs. But he turned that around. Hell yeah, let's go. The underdog. Give them that human aspect. What you gonna do with that? Uh-oh, you're getting distracted again. Dude, this parfait's gonna melt! Are you gonna ask for a new spoon even though you just said... Nice. Ah, and a fresh spoon. Yeah, I gotta go munch away. Is he having mapo tofu? That is certainly a shot. Ooh. Ooh. Spicy? That's why he's just like, I thought this is just a family. Oh, it's like another indirect kiss. Hey, you've got sweets right over there, so like if you're burning, yo, gave her like a whole spoonful with a pepper on. Jesus Christ, dude, this motherfucker is about to. The devil on his shoulder. Masha. Oh! Tis, tis, tis! The devil has won. The best part. The chili. How did he get another spoon out here? Again, that's what you got the parfait there for. Get some sweet in your mouth. Her mouth's just... I was gonna say her mouth's just all puffy from the heat, but no. If you're running with me... A new partner. We're partners now. Oh? The likes of Taniyama. Sayaka. Ah. Okay. Okay, yeah, so it was her. It was the same red frame glasses. Oh. Ayano. Kimishima. Her voice sounds very familiar. She's... Masaka-sama? Okay. I mean, again, I was kind of assuming that she is the maid for the Suo family, but maybe instead of a person who maybe keeps an eye on Yuki, maybe it's really more like, you know, a different type of maid situation where like maybe they do like the person instead of just keeping an eye on them. Oh my god, this guitar riff. Jesus Christ, 2 cakes and a fucking melon soda? You need to curb stomp the sweets that you're having, especially when you get older. The cavity is gonna be the least thing you're gonna be worried about. Alright. Very nice, very fun. I like that one. I like the whole visual of that ending, and I really enjoyed that guitar riff. And overall, I just like that whole song. If somebody can give me the full title of that ending song. That would be nice. I'd like to listen to the fullness of it. But until then, we will go right back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 6 of Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty good episode. I've mentioned this before, but I enjoy the fluidity of this series so far. I like certainly is one way to compliment. I like that it starts where it ended, you know? I enjoy it. But we got to see a little bit more of the student council. We were separated in the first-ish half. Yeah, we were separated in the first half with Kuze getting to shadow the elder Kujou, so Masha, while Yuki is out here going to talk to the art club for their budgeting and all that, and she's decided that she's going to take Alya with her because, hey, the two of them got something to talk about, and Kuze's just over here like, something's about to go down, even if he thinks about it a little bit jokingly, because like he gets surprised that something did go down in the end. So in the conversation between Alya and Yuki, we've got Alya telling Yuki, hey, you know, I wanted to tell you this in person. I'm running for president, and Kuze is going to be my vice president. He's gonna run with me. So, not gonna apologize. I didn't do anything wrong. Get fucked. But Yuki is currently here in her, I would say, Ojo-sama mode, you know? She's elegant and all that, very different from the way that she acts around Kuze in his apartment. But she is still playing it up, just teasing the fuck out of Alya in order to get her reaction. She tells Alya, I love him. I love him more than my mother and my father, which is like a truth. Right? She loves her brother more than her family members. I mean, way better than the two family members who separated them in the first place. So, she's speaking from the truth, but she's also doing it knowing that Alya doesn't know that they're siblings, and she's just getting an absolute rise out of Alya. But then at the same time, she wants to know Alya's true motivation. It's kind of in the same way as Masha, but Masha isn't doing it as aggressively as Yuki. Like, we got to the point where Yuki has gotten Alya up against the wall, or against the door in this case, trying to get her to be like, what is your feeling on him specifically? Do you love him? Do you like him? You say you're friends, but again, do you like him? And finally gets Alya to squeeze out some sort of answer, because her back is against the freaking wall. She can't escape for the most part. And so she says, hold on, let me see if I can see what she says. I can't say if I'm in love with him or not, but I won't let you have him. He's mine. Hey, yo, dude. And, hey, that's an acceptable answer, right? For the most part, for now. Alya still can't really sort out her feelings because she's too much of a frickin' tsundere, but she at least knows. This boy is mine. I ain't letting you take him, because she thinks that Yuki is, like, her love rival or whatever. But also, Alya asks later on, towards Kuze, are you and Yuki dating? And I'll be like, yo, if you thought that they were dating at that time and you said this shit, hey, yo, homewrecker Alya out here. But again, Yuki is satisfied, right? She says, I'm satisfied with getting that much out of you today. At the very least, you gave me something to work with. And again, with Yuki saying, hey, can I call you Alya? And if you let me call you Alya, you can call me Yuki. And it's, again, it's that feeling of like, okay, like, hey, my brother is interested in you. That, like, literally, he has been listless and he didn't want to do this whole student council thing, but he joined because of you. He decides that he's gonna be in the election again because of you. Like, I can't even do that for him. So I know that he, at the very least, cares about you. I want to know if you care about him as well. And if you guys end up getting together, well, you know, you're gonna find out that I'm his sister, and we're gonna have to get along with each other. So I do enjoy that, like, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna go on nickname and first name basis now. The other thing that I just wanted to put into words so I can remember it a little bit better. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. If I put it into text, I'll remember it a little bit better. But there were people who were making comments and making notes about Yuki that I really enjoy, in particular about Yuki's mom and like perhaps the Suo family, and I think we kind of see it a little bit more with the introduction of Kimishima Ayano. It's the fact that the Suo family is a sophisticated family. Perhaps they are like a rich family or a wealthy family at the very least. Yuki having to be the the sole proprietor. the one child that has not left the Suo family, right? Discarded the Suo family name. She has been subjected to having to look elegant, be elegant outside in public, and again, that's why she's such a fucking gremlin towards Kuze, in his apartment specifically. But somebody said that, back in episode 2, I believe, Yuki said that she has a sixth sense on figuring out whether people that she knows are around them or not. And I initially kind of just took that as like a bit of a joke, so somewhere around there, but it makes sense that she would have a sixth sense because she has to keep her appearance on at all time. Because, you know, somebody could see that, could break her mask, and like, look, if her mother gets a wording of that, it's gonna be bad news. I feel like there was something else that I was gonna say about Yuki, but I forgot it. Back over at the student council room, Kuze realizes that Masha is a well-oiled machine, at the very least, compared to Chisaki, who is very clumsy. She's out here grabbing something and then she just pulls the whole fucking bookshelf off. Like, what the hell's going on here, dude? Too much strength, dude. And freaking Kenzaki has to come over. It's just like, hey, they're doing a large-scale restock over at the library and they need help, you know? A little bit of manual labor out here. I love it. Chisaki's like, all right, I got it. All right, see you later. You know, she's got that little pose and she runs off. Very fun. I love that. Hey, you know, Kenzaki loves her, but he knows her strength and her weaknesses and what she can and can't do. And he says it straight to Kuze. But after some good work, Masha says, let's take a quick break. She goes and she makes some tea, you know, she likes making tea. So she goes, ask him all of these questions, you know, are you a milk tea person? Do you like sugar? We've got jam too. And that gets Kuze to think about Russian tea. So he's just like, all right, you know, I'll get some Russian tea. And I feel like this is just Masha kind of like probing him, getting to know his interests and his tastes. And then, especially when he goes and talks about the Russian tea, you know, she asked him, hold on, not the protein powder. She did do that joke, but let me see. She asked, do you know a lot about Russia? It's a probing question, basically trying to get him to see if he would say like, oh, I used to know a girl who spoke Russian, so I learned Russian for her. But he doesn't, right? He's keeping that in his pocket for now. So he goes and he says, I just watched some Russian movies with my grandfather. That's all. He drinks tea, he likes it, but then it reminds him of his mother, right? Again, and he says, that mother of mine. She's quite the tea aficionado. And it continues to make me assume that, again, he doesn't have a good relationship with his mom. That's why he left with his dad. But then at the same time, where the fuck is his dad? He's living the typical main character shit where, like, their parents are never at home, so they're always alone in their apartment. But I don't even know if that's like a 2-bedroom apartment. Well, it might be actually, now that I think about it, consider that Yuki is there, unless she's sleeping on the couch or something. But I would presume Yuki sleeping in like a spare room or something. That means that her dad, their dad, is just, I assume, working all the time, because that's the reason why the mom broke, they had a divorce, because she's, well, not to say that that's the reason, but like one of the reason why they divorced, and then, you know, they fought all the time. The man's out here just working all the damn time. Maybe you just didn't want to see her. We have the scene with Kuze trying the strawberry jam, and he's complaining about how it's so sweet. He's a spice boy, not a sweet boy. But here we have Alya being given a whole fucking, I swear, this is the entire jar of just jam. Oh, okay, so Masha did say, enjoy this while you wait. And Kuze is just like, my god, dude. Like, I had one spoonful of, not even one spoonful, but like, I had one spoon of jam and it was way too sweet for me. And this girl is so, oh my god, and then she just had some parfait and some melon soda after this as well. Goodness gracious, dude, the amount of sugar she's ingesting. You know what this kind of reminds me of? That one girl love webtoon about the main character ended up going back in time in order to stop her loved ones, her lover, right, who isn't her lover at the time, but you know, they're gonna be in the future, but like she went back in time in order to stop her from eating so many fucking sweets, because in the current timeline she's dying of diabetes. Well, technically it's not like a time travel sort of thing, it's like a time swap. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that story, but that's what I was thinking about when I see Alya just eating so many sweets. But this takes us to the second half with Kuze and Alya talking about their presidential election. I really enjoy it. A lot of, I probably won't go too much into it, but I do enjoy Kuze talking about how, like, Alya right now has no chance of winning because Yuki is just so popular. And in fact, she's so popular that there aren't any other person running against her because they're just like, I can't win against her, so, like, I might as well just not do it. She's just that strong of a candidate. We also had a moment where Kuze tells Alya that, hey, Yuki is just messing with you. She's not as prim and proper as you think. She's just doing this to get a rise out of you. Whether Alya will remember that or not when Yuki goes to get a rise out of her, who knows? Who knows? Oh yeah, I did need to take a look at this part as well because, like, Alya was just too busy thinking about how dare Kuze talk shop out here when he should be thinking more about, like, oh, is this a date or is this not a date? Oh no, I'm eating, I'm sitting in front of a pretty girl at the diner, you know? Like, so she's upset that he's not thinking about that. He's just over here serious about, like, look, we gotta come up with a plan so we can fight Yuki, alright? If we gotta win against her, we really need to, like, do this shit immediately. I do love that it is Alya who ends up getting distracted by all of this, you know, in particular, like, things that's, like, romance related. Very fun. You think she's all serious, but then she actually thinks, what's with him? He's acting like this doesn't bother him. Does he not think anything of coming to a restaurant with a girl? Let me actually go through Alya's thinking first before I go to look at what Kuze is talking about. Okay, so she's just over here grinding down on her straw. Goddamn, dude. That's me right there. Back when I was young, I would just chew. I would, like, chew on straws. I would also, like, chew on, like, the cap of my pencil. No wonder I had such a hard time drinking with it. When did I do this? So she didn't even know that she was grinding her teeth on the straw. Okay, and so that got her to switch over to, you know, she could have just chugged the entire thing, you know, if she didn't have a straw. But that gets her into eating all that. Okay, so let's see what the hell Kuze was talking about this whole time. So he says everyone's given up on beating Yuki. It goes to show that everyone thinks she's a shoo-in as the next president. The benefit of being student council president at our academy go without saying. So yeah, because she has the lineage and all that. In fact, that title is of such great value that the elections were rife with underhanded tactics until a few years ago. Hey yo, there were some mudslinging out here, dude, let's go! But hey, thanks to all of that, now we get to have clean elections. Alright, clean elections. Okay, so he was talking about, like, some underhanded method. Hey yo, again. I'd be down for that shit, even though it would be better to just have a clean election. But other than the student council talk, right, we've got the moment of the hour, which is Alya deciding that she's gonna tease Kuze a little, and she's decided you're gonna get a little bit of spoonful of the indirect kiss and everything. He's out here like, wow, an indirect kiss, mouth and everything. Yeah, an indirect kiss, also featuring tongue. They need to run a campaign that appeals to students at a different angle. Kuze goes to talk about how Kenzaki won against a person who had experience from like the previous student council in middle school, but he won because he was the underdog and people were so taken by his story and all that, even if the news initially was like maybe making fun of him, which is like absolute fucked, by the way. Maybe that's one of the underhanded method, who knows? We'll just have to see what they're gonna do for Alya, because like they gotta show that Alya is this hardworking person out here for the common folks, even if she is super perfect and whatnot. Ooh, that reminds me, the other thing that somebody made note that I also enjoy, it was for Alya and why Kuze is so attracted to Alya. It's the idea that Kuze was a child prodigy, and perhaps as like a child prodigy, there'll be people who will just be like, oh, well, he's a child prodigy, he can just do this all in a snap. It's kind of like people who think that if you are pitch perfect or something, like, oh, you just know how to do it right there in the get-go. And it's just like, well, some people who eventually who get to being pitch perfect, they've worked hard for that thing, but people tend to just dismiss that, just like, oh, you're pitch perfect, you were just born with it. Maybe some people were born with it, but like I think a lot of people who do like the whole pitch perfect stuff, they work hard for it. And so that kind of goes for like Alya, where like they think that she's perfect at everything, but Alya's just like, no, I'm just over here working hard and you guys are disregarding all my hard work. And so there's like that point that maybe Kuze is it's so attractive to her because of that, because of the way that she works hard and she gets upset that everybody thinks that she's just this perfect being. I love that Alya thinks, that looks hot, but if I back out, he'll realize I'm not a fan of spicy food. If you're not a fan of spicy food, you don't have to eat it, You can just say, that's not my thing. It's just like, hey, I'm not a sweets type of person. I don't want to eat sweets. But, gotta impress him and all that. Even though Kuze already knows that she's not a fan of spicy food and it's very, very fucking obvious. But hey, if he keeps feeding her spicy food, hopefully her tolerance will go up. A whole chili. If this is like, is it mapo tofu? Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't want to Google it right now, but this is like, I would assume maybe this is like also like chili powder that's on it as well, and then a whole chili, but like, is it like an actual like whole chili, or is it more like Sichuan chili, those type of chili? Because like, I feel like those aren't very spicy at all, but again, I'm also not a person who enjoys eating a whole chili, not really my thing. I prefer it cut up or turn into paste or chili oil, I much prefer doing that instead of having a whole ass chili. But hey, for someone like Alya, very spicy for her. As some people have made note, she is half white. People, they can't handle they spices. I love that he has the angel and devil, and that of course the devil is going to be Yuki, and Masha's the angel over here. You know what? I agree. Masha is an angel, but a certain type of angel, that's for sure. Unfortunately, the devil won out in the end, and he just gave her the whole damn thing. Ah, I mean, I suppose he didn't want to like admit that he knows that she's bad with spice. So like, he could have just been like, he could have just been like, okay, let me go grab another spoonful. He could have, but he didn't. But towards the end, we had a small little talk where Yuki asked Kuze what is Yuki going to do since he is not running with her for vice president. But, even if she's popular on her own already, she needs somebody by her side at the very least. She can't do everything by herself. And he had mentioned Taniyama because he had saw her while they were at the restaurant. We did make note that Taniyama is the one who lost the election, but she was the person who was really on the wire, who really put them on the wire. But then Kuze's also like, but like, she's not running for president, so that means that she gave up running for president. She really fucking lost it, like lost her desire. Maybe the same as Kuze until he met Alya. But this is just a lead that takes us over to, that's gonna take us over to the next episode. And we're introduced to Kimishima Ayano. And she's joining the student council and handling general affairs along with Kuze. Maybe she's here to keep an eye on Kuze then, huh? So, hey, you know, if that's what Yuki wants to do, you know, she had that like she's got that knowing smirk on her when she introduced Ayano out here. Even Kuze's just like, wow, really? Ayano out of everybody? Well, shit. She does know who he is because she calls him Masachika-sama. And I don't think those hold on. Yeah, let's do our best. And so yeah, I think we will probably get a reaction next episode where maybe they're just like, why is she calling you Sama? That's a little odd. So that'll be fun. We finally get introduced to this character. We'll just have to see how she is right now. She is lacking in emotions, but hey, you know, we'll just have to see. But until then, again, I thought that this was a pretty good episode. If I have anything else to say, I'll write it in the description down below. And that's it. Bye.